Good afternoon, you guys. It's February the 2nd, and I still owe you guys a Happy New Year. So I hope everyone's having a great year so far. We will be continuing the Ableton book. I'm terribly sorry that I'm not been uploading regularly. Hopefully things will be different this year. I am at a much better headspace wise speaking. I think I'm much healthier. We talk about it that there are a lot of noise in my head constantly, and I finally realized the biggest enemy of life is just yourself, really. So once I fully understood the meaning and the impact behind this realization, I started to look at things very differently, and I feel like 2020 will be a huge year, hopefully for everyone. So today's subject is called sampling the old-fashioned way. When I first read the subject, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, why? Because anytime when people try to make the old days better, or back in the days we do things like that, blah blah, I'm not too big of a fan of that kind of mentality or attitude. I'm more always about learn from the old days. There are plenty of great things that happened in the past, because without the past, we're not going to have present, and without the present, we're not going to even have the future. So it's all common sense. But sometimes I feel like people are just way too involved in the past and forgot to move forward. So that was my first reaction. And then I told myself, if the author, Dennis, put this into a chapter, a subject, whether he must have his reason, I should keep an open-minded attitude towards it. So here we go. Problem. You hear more and more music that uses samples in ways that sound like a deliberate under-leveraging of available technology, with characteristics such as chipmunk vocals and sampled breakbeats that sound like they're pitched up. A lot of contemporary garage, footwork, and related styles use a set of techniques that sound like they're taking advantage of the restrictions of vintage hardware. You like to be able to capture some of this nostalgic quality in your own music, but you can't seem to figure out how it's done using modern software tools. I never have this problem because I don't think like that. However, clearly some people think like that. So that's that. One of the most important technical developments in sampling technology was the time stretching, adjusting the pitch of a sample independently of its tempo and vice versa. Prior to time stretching, pitch and tempo were blah 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 blah. It's very long. By the way, if you're interested in reading the whole paragraph, you should definitely go buy the book, because clearly I adore this book. Even though some topic I'm just like, why? But nevertheless, I love this book. All right, so it's quite straightforward. The vintage hardware, they don't have the time stretching ability that we have nowadays. Hence, they can create interesting rhythm because of that limitation. Okay? I know it sounds like Okay, so why are we even talking about it? I don't know. But the entire topic is trying to tell us it's very important to learn this skill. So we're just gonna do it, okay? I do think it's important to understand the skills, because skills is just like tools. It's like a hammer. You're not gonna hate the hammer. It's silly to hate the tool. Because once you get the concept, the idea, the skills, maybe you can apply it in other aspects of music making. You know what I mean? So, it's still important. Solution. In many modern DAWs, oh my gosh, I need to make myself comfortable. In many modern DAWs, time stretching is enabled by default for clips, under the assumption that this is the most flexible choice for most users in most musical situations, and yada 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 yada. The example the book gives is by DJ Rashad. The track is called Leaving. Check it out. It's not my cup of tea. Please don't hate me. I just want to be honest. I know he's a legend. Like, just don't hate me. But he done great things. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Just, okay, I'm just gonna keep reading the book. The track Leaving by DJ Rashad, oh, it's awesome. I can just like lean back. Use this technique to great effects. The main hook in the track uses a sample of 2-note pattern, a dotted 8th note followed by a 16th. A 4-bar phrase consists of this sample triggered every half note. For the first 2 bars, the sample is at its root pitch, which is E. In bar 3, it's triggered 3 semitones higher, which is G. In bar 4, it's triggered 2 semitones below the root, which is D. When you guys check out the track, then you will know what the author is talking about. But as usual, you know how we do this in this space, which is yours truly will make an example and we'll go from there. Hi guys, I'm just really hungry right now. I'm afraid I cannot continue without having just a bit of food in my stomach, so I'm gonna eat this spinach with chicken broth and we shall continue. Before I show you the example that I make, I thought I should try to explain this topic a bit more, because as I was talking to Heen, we were both like, it is a bit confusing at first, but once you read it a couple times, then it becomes clearer and clearer. Obviously, you guys are not gonna read the book with me at the same time, so I thought I'll just show you. So you guys, bear with me here. Oh, not focusing. If it will focus. Alright, so basically it's just 2 parts. If it's the modern way of sampling, then you will just get half note all the way through. But because of the very unique old school way of sampling, you will get interesting rhythm because of those limitations. So instead of just like a ta, ta, and that, you'll get like ta da, so on and so forth. And yeah, I have a couple of incidents happening because I want to make it sound good, even though it's just for demo's sake. Here we go. So there you have it. It's quite simple. I have my pitch up voice and pitch down, and a drum track and a bass just to support the rhythm themselves. And I have a bass arp happening, which is giving more like a ornaments kind of situation. It's very simple. Once again, I hope you learned the skills, and I'll see you next time. Bye.